very special occasion, as you guys are no friends, because you know that we've been here plenty of times for letters of intent. We've seen baseball, we've seen softball, but kicking us off for our first football letter of intent of this season is your very own Jake Zapata. Today we are going to watch a Eagle football player turn in his burnt orange and white for black and gold as he signs his letter of intent to play football at Ottawa University. For opening remarks, your assistant principal, Miss Patty Pete Rodriguez.
On behalf of Mr. Huerta and the entire staff here at Eagle Pass High School, we'd like to welcome you for another signing. First of all, congratulations to the parents, Mr. and Mrs. Zapata. Jake, congratulations. We wish you the best of luck, okay? We know that we've had signing after signing, and it's a joy for Eagle Pass High School to say Eagle Pass is on the map, all right? Second of all, congratulations to the coaches. Thanks for your hard work and dedication to mold these young athletes into what they are today. And last but not least, we'd like to thank the family and again the parents, and we wish you the best of luck.
As we said earlier, today is our first letter of intent from Eagle Pass High School for football. And to let us know a little bit more about Jake's athletic prowess, we have head football coach, Coach Tom Gonzalez.
Thank you. I just want to say congratulations to the Zapata family and Jake for, being here and getting what you got. We appreciate your hard work with us. Jake played for us. He was a 2-3-year letterman, and he started at safety for us. And he worked really hard. He deserves everything he's getting. Jake, college is different. It's you got to make a name for yourself right off the bat, and go out there and do what you do, and work hard and enjoy it. It goes by fast, and just love what you do. Thank you.
Less than 2% of all high school athletes get to call themselves collegiate athletes. And today we are going to witness Jake become part of that illustrious 2%. But how does one get there? You have to have the academic skills and the athletic skills, but you definitely have to have a strong support system that stands behind you to make your dreams become reality. I think we can all agree that Jake's support system is pretty terrific. So let's welcome them to the podium, Mr. and Mrs. Zapata.
Thank you all for being here. We're honored to have your presence here. Thank you, coaches. Thank you, educators. I have a high respect for educators, and I admire you all a lot. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you for that. Jake wouldn't be here, and my oldest son wouldn't be where he's at right now if it weren't for you guys. So thank you for all. About 3-4 years ago, or about 2-3 years ago, I sat down with Jake. We discussed what he wanted to do after high school, and he was a little clueless, like many of us are at that age. And Jake, we discussed, well, what do you like? Well, first thing out of his mouth was, I don't like police work like you do that. I said, okay, well, I said, what about the education side? All the educators I know are happy as ever. And it doesn't matter how much money you make or whatever, as long as you're happy. So, I said, well, you've played baseball your entire life. How about baseball? How about football? You've played football your entire life. I said, for the last 3-4 years, Jake has been a little weird at the house. All he does is study the game. Study coaches, study players. That's all you hear. He doesn't watch TV. On Sunday NFL days, he doesn't watch games, but come Monday or Tuesday, he knows everything that happened with each individual player, with each individual team. He knows stats, he knows everything. So, hey, well, there you go, Jake. And he says, well, yeah. I said, maybe I'd like to take up on coaching. I said, well, okay, well, that's fine. If you like coaching, that's great. Everybody has a drive in you. Find that drive in you and always try and shoot high. I said, it's perfect if you want to come back and be a high school coach. I said, but shoot high. I said, who knows? I said, you might be able to be a college football coach or maybe even the NFL, who knows? But always shoot high and then let's see where God takes you. But anyways, that's why we're at where we're at with Jake. He found that drive without us even knowing. He was set to go to Texas State and live with his brother, or maybe live at the dorms. And out of nowhere, he comes and surprises us and tells us that he's got offers coming in. Well, we asked him, where are these offers coming in from? We haven't talked to anybody. We haven't filled out any applications or anything. Well, needless to say, he had been doing this, this good thing behind our backs. He did it all on his own. He even knew about the FAFSA application. If you guys don't know about the FAFSA application, most parents don't like it. So that's your financial aid to go to any college. Whether you want a student loan or whether you want financial aid, whatever you qualify for, but no one likes that form. But he educated himself on the FAFSA, educated himself on the colleges, academically applied for the colleges, was accepted. Then the scholarships started rolling in. He sent film. The coaches were interested, saw a lot of potential in him, not only in his athletic skills, but they saw what we discovered he had in him. They saw the drive. They saw how persistent he was being, how he was doing all this on his own without mommy and daddy, and that's what they liked. And the offers started coming in. We went and visited 3 colleges, and he picked Ottawa. So Jake's got a strong drive. Thank you, coaches. Being part of the football program taught him a lot. Taught both of my sons a lot. My oldest son, he didn't play. He wasn't a starter, and it would kill him not to play. But he was persistent and never quit. He learned how not to quit, and when he got to college, he went straight through, never quit. He ran into dead ends, but found a way out of them, but never quit. Finished college in 4 years. He owns 2 businesses now. He has a vending machine business and a moving company. He's part owner of a moving company, and he's processing for a federal employment right now. He's in New Orleans. Couldn't be with us today because he's processing for a federal employment. So all that came out of the football program, believe it or not, whether they played or not. It came out of the football program because it teaches them, it taught Jake, it taught my oldest son how not to quit, no matter how hard the hits came. And come Friday night, they didn't get to play, but when they got out of school, they had that in them. So again, thank you, coaches, thank you, educators, for everything you've done for Jake. And I'm sure he'll eventually bring something back to the community. And Jake's learned never to forget where he came from and to stay humble. So thank you all for everything. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Zapata. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. The moment we watch pen get put to paper and we watch an eagle become a brave as a letter of intent is officially signed. And there you have it. Let's give a big round of applause for your newest Ottawa University Brave, Mr. Jake Zapata. Keep that applause going as we welcome the man of the hour to the podium to say a few words.
Hello. Good morning to everyone. Thank you for coming to support me on this very special day. I'm here today to continue my education and football career at Ottawa University. The continuous support from my mom and dad and my brother are all greatly appreciated. Mom and dad, thank you for being wonderful parents and always be on my side for my injuries and tough losses. I know Kansas is not close to Eagle Pass, but I know y'all were willing to come up there with me. My brother, Daniel, I know you ain't here today, but I want to thank you for teaching me the sport and being a role model in my life. I want to also thank the Madison family for being there after every game with TJ. TJ, thank you for being another brother to me. Without you, I wouldn't be pushing myself every day. Thank you for being another brother. To all the coaches that have coached me along the way from Pee Wee football to high school football, thank you for the knowledge of the game that you all have shared with me. Without the support, I would not be here today signing to continue playing the sport I love dearly. Thank you, everyone. I will miss wearing the burnt orange playing for my hometown. Friday Night Lights will be missed, but never forgotten, and endless memories. Thank you.
Before every ceremony begins, I take a few moments to speak to the family to go over what's about to happen. And my favorite part is to get an insight into who they'd like to say a few words. Someone behind the scenes that helped them in their journey. Jake has selected Mr. Rule Olivas to come up and say a few words.
Good morning. It is a privilege to be called up here to represent the Zapatas and Jake especially. I want to thank you for inviting me, for getting me a shirt that actually fit. Got a little nervous there. Your uncle and I were real nervous about this. Want to appreciate everyone who's here today wearing the black and gold for Jake. He's got a lot of friends in the bleachers, and I know he's got a lot of friends and family who couldn't be here today who are reaching out. Joaquin is texting right now. It's a privilege. I've known Jake since he's a baby. I got the honor of coaching him when he was in Pee Wee football for a few years. One thing that Dad left out is going to be crucial to him moving out 1,000 miles away. What was that, 12, 13-hour drive, Danny, is the love of the game. We had this conversation with some other guys at the baseball game with all the dads talking about, are those guys going to make it? All those guys that are signing, we have great guys signing everywhere. And there's one huge aspect of whether or not you're going to make it. And it goes for everybody who wants to go play to the next level, and it's the love of the game. Obviously you got skill, you got size, you got speed, you got strength. You've built that, and I've seen you build that for the last 15 years. Since you were a little kid, you've been fast, you've been quick, a little nuts, a little crazy, leading with your helmet sometimes when you shouldn't. Lead with the shoulder, please. But the love of the game is the difference between the guys that come home in October who throw the helmet and say, nah, it's not worth it. It's too hard. They're too big. They're too fast. I'm not, No, that love of the game is gonna take you over that edge. And I know that Jake has the love. You've seen it, like his dad said. You see it with some of these kids like TJ, Aiden, the Conchevs, the guys that are playing baseball, our kids who graduated last year. The love of the game leads you to all you can do is be consumed by that sport that you're in love with, that activity you're in love with. For Jake, it's football. He's in class, he's drawing things. It has something related to football. He's at home watching videos, YouTube. It's all related to football activities, a linebacker, a safety, the greats from 20 years ago, the greats from current right now. I see TJ sometimes watching video of other guys, that are good at what they do, and it just comes from a love of the game. And that love of the game is going to carry you pretty far. Luckily, you have parents that have built in you a discipline, a strength of character, and helped you along the way develop your abilities. Because abilities and skills can be developed. But that love of the game, that heart for the game, that can only come from you. And that's what's going to carry you through this freshman year, being 1,000 miles away. The tortillas over there are going to be terrible, not like the ones here. Mom's cooking is going to be missed, obviously. You're not going to miss having to work for Dad in the yard. I guarantee you that. If you don't know that, his dad has impeccable grass. Okay? But Jakey's love of the game that I've been able to witness since he was 6 years old. okay? We've been at this since he was 6 years old. For those of you who think we're crazy, yes, we're a little crazy, but that's how you get here. That's how you get to play senior level varsity football for Coach Tom, for my brother, for Coach Olivas. That's how you get there. That little bit of, really? You're going to go run? It's 110 degrees and you're going to wear all those pads and you're going to carry 2 or 3 guys on top of you while you do that? Yeah. I kind of like that. You know, it's not every kid that can do that. And the fact that you're willing to take on a bigger step and go further, drive 12 hours away, 1,000 miles away from mom and dad, that just shows that you have the heart and the love of the game. I wish you all the luck in the world. You make me so proud. Congratulations.
This morning we've talked about how special it is. Not only is this the first letter of intent Eagle Pass High School has for football this year, we talked about how special the athlete is. Signing a national letter of intent is a pretty big deal, but having the initiative to do it on your own is pretty amazing. That initiative is what's going to take you and make you push through the hardships that you're going to experience. Because let me just tell you, Kansas ain't Eagle Pass, my friend. You're going to not only experience a cultural shift, you're going to experience a shift in your academics and in the way you're being coached. But that initiative that took you to fill out your FAFSA on your own, to go search for these offers on your own, is what's going to get you through it. But always remember, once an Eagle, always an Eagle. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this morning. And let's give one big final round of applause for Ottawa University's newest recruit, Mr. Jason.